भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनि इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय गौरनिताय जय गौरंगनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव गीताय गौर हरि बोल गीताय गौर हरि बोल ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मदं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथानिदं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्दा राधा कान्द नमोऽस्ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रजानिने निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा co-host my voice is low
no mataji
no I got the chat from 2 people that is saying that it's low I don't know why okay it was low in the beginning now it's okay yeah
yes mataji
okay thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone. Yeah, now it's fine. Might be some technical issues. Hare Krishna. Okay, so welcome to Understand Bhagavad Gita in 18 days from ISKCON Mangaluru, Shri Radha Govinda Temple. So we are so Yeah, thank you. So we are welcoming you to this wonderful course of understanding Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. Okay, it's an overview course. You won't be able to understand the complete Bhagavad Gita. Nobody will be able to understand because Krishna is unlimited, and to understand him with this tiny brain, it's not possible. But then, by his mercy, by the mercy of the Acharyas and Guru and the founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, let's try to understand a little bit about the overview of what Bhagavad Gita is. Now you're all in level 1. You'll be going to the level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 courses, which are all free of cost. And then you'll be trying to understand more of Bhagavad Gita in depth towards the end. Okay. So let's take the blessings of Shri Radha Govinda. So these are the deities of our temple. It's called Mangalore. You can definitely visit us. Okay, so our temple is located on Coconut Garden Road, Toll Gate, Kadri, Mangalore, Karnataka. So this is our temple president, His Grace Namanishtadas Prabhu. He's BTech graduate from IIT Kanpur. Okay, so you can also subscribe our YouTube channel. Our admins will be posting it, the YouTube and Facebook channels, where you get all the recordings of the classes available. So our Bhagavad Gita is basically based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, Abhaya Charana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who's the founder Acharya of ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So based on this, it's a Bhagavad Gita as it is. So I'll be posting the link in the chat where you can purchase this book if you don't have. This is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Why is it called as it is? It's Yadharoopa. Yadharoopa means it's translated as it is from the parampara. It comes and it is the same knowledge which Krishna gave to Arjuna 5,000 years before. So so many translations, commentaries have been in the market, but this Bhagavad Gita, if you read, I guarantee you'll have a clear picture what the philosophy of Krishna consciousness is about. So before beginning, let's chant the Gita Mahatmya by Adi Shankaracharya. So to know how glorious is to study Bhagavad Gita. Gita Shastramidam Punyam Yappade Prayata Puman Vishno Padavamapnodi Bhaya Shokadi Varjita. One who with a regulated mind recites with devotion the Bhagavad Gita scripture, which is the best of all virtue, will attain to a holy abode such as Vaikuntha, the residence of Lord Vishnu, which is always free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation. Gita Dhyayana Shilasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Shantihi Papani Purva Janma Kritani Cha. Harshali Mataji, can you read the translation? Any co-host? Anyone?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him.
Yeah, see, so the past bad deeds, the reactions won't act on us if we read it. Maline mojanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrit gidamrita snanam samsara malalashanam. Yes, Anushri Mataji.
Translation: one may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water. But if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished.
Yeah. So see, the Bhagavad Gita is also called as Ganges water because it came from the lotus mouth of the Lord. So if we daily drink it, then we also get cured from all the material disease. Gita Sukita Kartavyam Kim Anye Shastra Vistare Ya Swayam Patmanabhasya Mukha Patmat Vinasrita. Yes, Vaishnavi Mataji, are you there?
Yes, yeah. Mataji, Hare Krishna. Translation: because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literature. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literature, and especially because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So we don't want any other Vedic literatures to be read. We don't have time also in Kali Yuga, right? This one book is enough. This is said by Adi Shankaracharya. Bharatamrita sarvaswam Vishno Vakrabhine Sritam Gita Kangotakam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidyate. Yes, Sharanya Mataji. Yeah.
By drinking the Ganges water of the Gita, the divine quintessence of the Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, one will never take rebirth in the material world again. In these hours, by devotionally reciting the Gita, the cycle of birth and death is terminated.
Punarjanmana vidyate. Sarvopanishato gavo godha gopalanandana pato vatsa sudirpokta duktam gidamritam mahat. Okay, all of you read? Yeah, Harshali Mataji, just read one more.
All the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, the beautiful nectar of the Gita is the milk, and the fortunate devotees of the theistic intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk.
Yeah, so the Upanishad is like cow, and Gita is also Gita Upanishad. So the last verse is Ekam Shastram Devagi Putra Gitam Eko Devo Devagi Putra Eva Eko Mantrastasya Namani Yani Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva. There need be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita, sung by Lord Sri Krishna. Only one worshipable Lord, Lord Sri Krishna, and only one mantra, his holy names, and only one duty, devotional service unto the supreme worshipable Lord Sri Krishna. Okay, so Ekam Shastram Devagi Putra Gitam. So in this time of Kali Yuga, where Prayena Alpayusa Sabya, our lifespan is just coming down and down and down. Like our great grandparents used to live for a long time, but we hardly cross 65 plus 70, so our lifespan is so short. Anyway, we have to go one day, but then we don't have time to read all the scriptures, all the Samavedas and Yajurvedas. We don't know Sanskrit. We are so busy with life. So this one scripture, one Bhagavad Gita is enough, because this is the essence of the Shastra, and it will terminate our Punarjanma, and also it will give us liberation. So before entering to Bhagavad Gita Chapter 1, let's meet Srila Prabhupada, who is a founder Acharya of ISKCON, right? So anyone from here in this class knows about Srila Prabhupada? You can raise your digital hand, or I'll unmute everyone. You know anything about him? Someone might be already from ISKCON, or someone are new. Yeah. Yes, Pankaj Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
So I know little about him, that, at the age of 70, he started traveling all over the world. And I think from US, he started establishing the ISKCON.
Yes.
And that's how he built around 200 plus temples across globe, and started, glory of Sri Krishna for the whole world.
Very well. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yeah. So that's what. So he's so glorious to know about a person at the age of 70, as Prabhu said, went to America alone. He didn't have anyone. He didn't have money, but then established more than, he says 108 temples actually. Yeah, more than 200. There's so many temples nowadays. And all around the world, he took this Bhagavad Gita all over the world. So Srila Prabhupada, that is Abhay Charan, was born in a Vaishnava family. Okay, his mothers and parents were Vaishnavas or devotees. So from young life itself, he was trained in such a way. Gaur Mohan Dey, okay, and Rajani, they were his parents. So he was trained in such a way that at the age of 5, he conducted Jagannath Ratha Yatra with all his neighboring friends and schoolmates. And in the 1922, when he was around 25 years old, he met his guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. At that time, Prabhupada was actually a Gandhi, and you can see he was wearing the white and white dress, and he boycotted his degree from the British Scottish Church College, and then he was going for freedom for India. But then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati said the real freedom is to come out of the cycle of birth and death, the freedom of the soul from this body. So then he was so dragged by the guru that he took initiation after 10 years, and he became Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami, Abhay Charana Ravinda, and then later on he took sannyas. So yes, and in Radha Kund in Vrindavan, his guru said 2 instructions. One was spread Bhagavad Gita message to the Western world. in the English language. Second, if you ever get money, print the books. So now we have ISKCON Bhaktivedanta Book Trust BBT, the world's #1 book selling trust, where lot of scriptures, so many, and Bhagavad Gita has been translated to 87 languages. Okay, and Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70 went in a cargo ship, Jaladuta, alone with the words of his spiritual master to spread this mission. So first he made the Back to Godhead magazine. It was a small endeavor, and then later on he arrived in Boston in 1965. And when he went there, rest is history, that alone he fought, and because Krishna was with him, definitely he had 2 heart attacks in the Jaladuta ship. Imagine 35 days in a ship traveling on the ocean. It's not a simple thing, and 2 times he suffered heart attacks. He overcame all that because Krishna was protecting him, because he went to spread Bhagavad Gita. He didn't go to America to make money, right? And then he could establish so many temples and so many devotees all around the world. You can see now the Westerners took up this Sanatan Dharma. They started chanting the holy name of the Lord and started chanting Bhagavad Gita. But we are trying to forget our Sanatan Dharma. But then now, because of thanks to this online course, where Krishna is coming to your doorstep to say about the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So you're also fortunate to start this session in Bhagavad Gita in Ekadashi day, on the Ekadashi day, and also that it's not by chance you're all here, because the Lord has a reason. Later on we'll see why. So Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Okay, Arjuna's yoga of lamentation. This is about the chapter. So this is the overview of the chapter. Okay. Yeah, Guru of Srila Prabhupada is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Okay, with Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Yeah, I'll take questions towards the end. I'll do it. Okay. So observing the armies on the battlefield. You know the background of this Bhagavad Gita, right? The Mahabharata war was happening, and then the Pandavas were, they went to the forest, and then there was a gambling match, and then again they lost. Then Draupadi and all became the slave. But later on there was a war. They went and asked. Actually, the kingdom belonged to whom? The Pandu, right? So they were brothers, Pandu, Dhritarashtra, and Vidura. But then Pandu died in young age. So at that time, his children, all the Pandavas, were very young. And Dhritarashtra, because he was blind, he could not become the king. And Vidura, he was born from a Shudra mother, but then he's a Brahmana by quality, but he went to the forest to do meditation and all. So Dhritarashtra, even though he was blind, he was given the throne. And now the Pandavas, Yudhishthira, have become major. Now the kingdom have to be given back. But what did Dhritarashtra do? He was not even materially blind. He was spiritually also blind. He wanted his son, Duryodhana, to become the king. But that was illegal. And then all went for a mediation. But then even Krishna went and asked, why you want this war? Just avoid it. Give 5 villages to Pandavas, no? Then Duryodhana was not ready to accept it. And finally the war happened. But this was also Krishna's plan. If the war didn't happen, how will Bhagavad Gita come? Now we won't get this great scripture called Bhagavad Gita. So even 5,000 years before Bhagavad Gita was spoken, even now we are discussing it. Just see how glorious the Bhagavad Gita is. It's not different from Krishna. So in this chapter, we'll go through these things, like Dhritarashtra is inquiring the first sloka to Sanjaya, and then Duryodhana's fear. He's fearful seeing the army and blowing off the different conch by the Pandavas and Kauravas, and Arjuna's observation. Arjuna is observing who all have come for the battle, and Arjuna's reason not to fight. Arjuna is not fighting in the beginning. Okay, in the chapter 1, Arjuna is not fighting. Let's see why. So there are different reactions in the same scene. Okay, who is this? Can all of you put in the chat? Who is this person who is that? The first one. I mean, the first picture you can see. Yeah, that's Dhritarashtra, Raju Mataji, yeah, Sachin Prabhu. That is Dhritarashtra, who is blind. So what was his emotion in the scene? He is worried. What is going to happen in the battlefield? Will my sons win or Pandu's sons win? He's in anxiety. The second is, who was in the chariot? Who's this person? And he's lamenting, kind of. Yeah, Arjuna, right? Arjuna is kind of lamenting because how to fight with my teachers, how to fight with my cousins, no? And who is this? Who's very much scared after seeing the army of Pandavas? Someone was so scared and he ran to somewhere. Duryodhana, yeah, Duryodhana was so fearful because he's on the side of Adharma, definitely, no? he was so fearful and in tension. So this is the first sloka of this chapter. So we'll do kind of a sloka learning towards the end of the chapter. Please remind me. So Dhritarashtra Uvaja Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaga Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvada Sanjaya. Okay, so this is the first sloka. What Dhritarashtra Uvaja, Dhritarashtra is asking what? Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. It is Dharma Kshetra because Dharma is going to win there, but it's a battlefield also. So it's Kurukshetra. And Mamaga Pandavaschaiva, my sons, that is Kauravas, and Pandu's sons, what did they do, Sanjaya? Sanjaya could see the whole scene, what's happening in the battlefield. Anyone knows why? Okay, I'll unmute everyone. Why could Sanjaya see what's happening in the battlefield sitting in the palace? Is Sachin Prabhu?
Because Sanjay was being blessed with the divine vision from Kanaji himself.
Almost close. Yes, yes. So that means, okay. So Sanjaya was blessed with the divine eyes, as Mataji said. That's true. But it's from Vyasadeva. Okay. So Sanjaya is the disciple of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is who? Krishna only, Kanaji only. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. So he was blessed to have this divine vision. Just sitting in the palace, he could see what's happening and hear what's happening in the battlefield. And Dhritarashtra was so anxious to know what's happening. By this question, Dhritarashtra didn't have to ask this. Normally, when your children go for shopping or something, will you go and ask, where did you go? You already know they went for shopping. They'll do shopping and come back. You don't have to ask. Similarly, they are in the battlefield. Dhritarashtra don't have to ask this question. Sanjaya, what did they do? No, he didn't have to ask this question. Still, he asked because he was thinking, because Krishna is there in the battlefield, he thought because Pandavas were there on the Dharma side, this might affect the outcome of the whole battle, that Pandavas might win because they are on the Dharma side. Second, he thought there might be a compromise between the cousins. We cousins fight, friends fight, and then we compromise. Similarly, Dhritarashtra thought Duryodhana and Arjuna might compromise and there won't be any battle. But he wanted the battle to happen. Why? Because he was so envious of Pandavas and he wanted his son to be the king. So Dhritarashtra said, "Oh Sanjaya, after assembling the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and sons of Pandu do, being desirous to fight? What did they do?" So that is the first sloka. He's asking Sanjaya. So Dharmakshetra and Kurukshetra is like this, like milk, sometimes it's mixed with water. So you don't understand which is water, which is milk. But the moment you put some lime juice or something into it, then it becomes like separated, right? The cream gets separated from the water. So he's separating Mamaga Pandavasyava. He's separating his sons from Pandu's sons. Actually, he should not do it. No, when in our joint family, when a brother passes away, the other brother takes care of their children. I mean, the cousins are also taken care by the same person because he's the eldest in the family. But then he started separating his sons, saying that only they belong to the Kuru dynasty, and separating Pandavas. And finally, after you pour lime juice to the milk, it gets separated. The cream is taken to make some sweet or something, right? So he's asking, Kimaku, what happened in the battlefield? He didn't have to ask. They will fight, definitely, right? How is he looking at the battlefield? How is Dhritarashtra actually looking at the battlefield? Can you put in the Zoom chat? How is he actually looking? Like, is he, what is his view on the battlefield? Yeah, he's looking through Sanjaya, but yes, he's through Sanjaya, he's looking through the inner vision through Sanjaya's words. What is his emotions? We already discussed, right? Anxiously, yeah. So he's anxiously looking what's going to happen in the battlefield because he wanted his son to win. Even though they are, he's worried about the victory of his sons. Even though he knows Duryodhana is in the Adharma side, still he wanted his son to win. Naturally, every father is like that. They wanted their own children to win, right? So, okay. So Dhritarashtra's mindset is, yes, he's doubtful because Kurukshetra is a place of dharma also. And so how will my army win? He's thinking because he knows Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana is in Adharma side. And he's fearful because it's unfair, and due to attachment, he is so attached to his sons that he don't even see the good qualities of Pandavas. And he's fearful they might lose. He's partial, the mentality of me and mine, aham mamedi. In the material sense, he's separating his sons from the Pandu sons. So he's definitely partial. So this was Dhritarashtra's mindset. Okay, so there is a difference between attachment versus affection, right? So I'll unmute. Can someone say what is attachment? What is affection? Both words look almost same, but something different. Is there some difference? Yeah. You're affectionate to the children, you're attached to the family. Affectionate means you want good for that person. Okay, you, even if the person is going somewhere wrong, you try to correct it because you're so affectionate to that person. You have so much mercy and compassion. Attachment is, even though they do some wrong thing, you just agree with it. Yeah, like last versus love. So similarly, so attachment and affection is like that. Slight difference, but Dhritarashtra was attached. Okay, the affection was for Vidura actually. Attachment to Rajaguna. Yeah. So if you compare our mind to Duryodhana's mind and ourselves to Dhritarashtra, what will you feel? Now, our mind is like Duryodhana, because the mind, even though it knows something wrong is to be done, it drags us there, right? And Dhritarashtra is us. We actually support our mind. So to do something wrong always. So there is a relationship between dissatisfaction and adharma here. So even though Duryodhana was on the adharma side, right? So Dhritarashtra wants his sons to win. So he's not happy now. And had he rightfully handed throne to Yudhishthira, what would have been the result? Can you put in this? Can someone say this? If Dhritarashtra had given the throne to Yudhishthira, then what will happen? You can unmute.
There would have been, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Manisha Mataji.
There would have been no fight, and the creation of Bhagavad Gita wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, so there won't be any fight, and definitely, so this is Krishna's plan, right? So if something bad or something wrong happens in our life, still we should know this is God's plan. You should not blame the Lord, because it is our karma coming back. We'll see in the 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga, that our karma is coming back, and then we don't have to blame the Lord, but Lord has a purpose for doing this. Okay, because the war happened, there was Bhagavad Gita which came, but if it wouldn't have happened, there won't be Bhagavad Gita. Right? Pashyaitam Pantaputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudam Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. So you can see Duryodhana is running to his guru. Who is his guru? Who is the guru of Duryodhana? Who is this sitting? Yes. When you're typing the answer, please send it to the host, okay? Not the co-host. Yeah, Dronacharya, very good. So Dronacharya have trained both Pandavas and Kauravas. And who is a favorite student of Duryodhana? I mean, Dronacharya. Dronacharya had a favorite. All teachers have a favorite student. Arjuna. Very nice. So Arjuna is the favorite student of Dronacharya. Okay, now that means Arjuna was best among Kshatriyas. And why did he lament? Why didn't he not fight? Let's see. So here, Duryodhana, you can see his eyes, so much of fear in his eyes. Even though there were 101 of them and so much of big army they had, Pandavas were just 5, but just seeing them, he got scared. Like a robber gets scared seeing the police. Why? Because the robber knows that he have done some sin. He's in the adharma side and the police is in the dharma side. Similarly, Duryodhana inside, deep inside, he knows he's just desiring for something which he don't deserve. But still, he's greedy for the kingdom. He knows Pandavas are on the right side. Just by seeing Bhima and Duryodhana, Yudhishthira and Arjuna and all with Krishna, then Duryodhana became so scared. So actually Krishna went, Duryodhana and Arjuna went to Krishna, right? Before the battlefield. Does anyone know that? Anyone who knows that history? They both went, right? And someone asked Krishna, you come with me. Someone asked for the army.
Yeah. Arjuna asked for Krishna and Duryodhana asked for Narayani Sena.
Narayani Seva. So when Arjuna asked for Krishna, what did Krishna say? Akshata Mataji, he said something, no? That I will come, but
I'll not hold the weapons.
Yeah, very
Yes.
good. Yeah, I won't hold the weapon or I won't fight. So Duryodhana is like, Krishna is coming and he won't fight. What is the use of having Krishna with me? Let me have his Narayani Seva, so big Seva. I mean, Sena I will get to fight. But Duryodhana is less intelligent because demons are like that. Okay, the Krishna Bhakta Bada Chatur. So the devotees are actually very intelligent. So Duryodhana went to Dronacharya and said, "Oh my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada." So Drupada is Draupadi's father. So he have Drupada, they have two children, right? Draupadi and Drishtadyumna. So Drishtadyumna is the brother-in-law of the Arjuna, the Pandavas, and he have arranged the army. He was also trained by Dronacharya. All of them were trained by Dronacharya. So Duryodhana is playing a diplomacy here by going and provoking Dronacharya. See what happened. You have trained them and they have come to fight against me. No, he's just playing a double game here. So analyze the political behavior of Duryodhana. So we'll see. Now you can see here that Duryodhana is playing a political behavior. We'll see. Calling Drishtadyumna Drupada Putrena. So Drishtadyumna is Drupada's son, but he is selling Drupada Putrena. Why? Because the son of Drupada, Drona's enemy. Okay, so Dronacharya is the enemy of Drupada. There was some past Leela that happened, and he was purposely, he said Drupada Putrena to remind him about his position in order to make sure that Dronacharya would not be lenient this time with the Pandavas. He also mentioned all the great heroes from the Pandava side so that Dronacharya would take the war seriously. Okay, and while mentioning the name of great heroes, he first mentioned Dronacharya even before Bhishma, right, who was eldest. So he was just playing the political behavior. He further mentioned the name of Kripacharya, Dronacharya's brother-in-law, and Ashwathama, Dronacharya's sons. He also mentioned the name Vikarna, Duryodhana's youngest brother. Okay, so why he is doing all this? To inspire him to fight against Pandavas. And he said also, there are many heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake, well equipped with weapons and expert in military science. Our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma. Okay, so they are telling that Duryodhana is trying to provoke Dronacharya and he's saying apraptyam. The apraptyam, the term is used here, which means complete as well as incomplete. So Dronacharya heard the army is incomplete, but Bhishma heard it as complete. Thus, the expert diplomat Duryodhana encouraged both Bhishma and Drona with one word, apraptyam. So Duryodhana ran to Dronacharya and to Bhishma and said, our army is apraptyam, means incomplete. So he meant to Bhishma, Dronacharya, he went and said it's apraptyam, means incomplete. To Bhishma, he said it's complete because of Bhishma. No, he's playing diplomacy. To Dronacharya, he said our army is incomplete so that Dronacharya can get up and fight. And to Bhishma, he wanted to, want to somehow go for Bhishma, says trying to help him to get the mental courage, to fight. So he is trying to play a diplomacy role, Duryodhana. So here it is said that in the purport, when you read, you can see that 6 type of aggressors are there. Someone who give poison to us, like Duryodhana fed Bhima a poisonous cake. Then an arsonist, like Duryodhana arranged for a house to be burned, right? One who attacks with deadly weapon. Now in this battlefield, they are getting attacked with a deadly weapon. A thief, someone who takes your money and wealth. So Shakuni have cheated in the dice game, right? And plundered all their wealth. Then one who occupies our land. Kauravas occupied the Pandavas' land. And one who kidnaps another's wife. They finally stole Draupadi, right? In that dice game and tried to kidnap her. Jayadratha. So all these 6 anarthas happened to Pandavas. Okay. So still they were so tolerant. Sakoshodhartha Rashranam Hridayani Vyatarayat Napascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Abhyanunandayan. The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious and thus vibrating both in the sky and on the earth, it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So why does this happen? So you can see Panchachanyam Rishikesha Devadatta Dhananjaya. So Krishna blow his Panchachanya conch shell and Arjuna blow his conch shell. Okay, Devadatta. Now why did it break the hearts of Kauravas? Why did it break? You can unmute and say. They blow the conch shell. Kauravas also blew. But when Krishna and Pandavas blew, yes, Ruchi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. So I think they were scared of the Pandavas already, and because the conch shell sound was so powerful, he got more scared.
Yeah, they were already scared, and they were in the adharma side, as he said. When the thief, someone is stealing some money from the ATM or bank or something, and suddenly they hear the siren of a police jeep. Even if they hear the siren of an ambulance, they get scared. Their heart will start beating fast because they think the police is coming, because they know they have done a sin. But if we are walking on the road and if we hear the siren of the police, or if the police is just in front of us, we won't get scared. Why? We didn't do anything wrong. Why should we be scared? No. So yes, they are ready for Yuddha. Okay, they are ready for the Yuddha. So yes, so already they are scared, and they know they are in the adharma side. Just by hearing Krishna's and Arjuna's and the Pandavas' conch shell, their hearts shattered, scattering, and started beating so fast. Okay, now we all know Pandavas, right? The five of them. Now they won the war. The towards the end, Pandavas have won the war. So here it is said, what are the signs they won the war? Okay, of Pandavas' victory. Can you guess? Why did Pandavas win actually? Why didn't Kauravas win? Veena Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Actually, they have, because they are in Kurukshetra, and then they're having the conch shell.
Yes.
And then the Hanumanji ka Dwaj tha, and then Mahalakshmi.
Yes, Mahalakshmi was on their side, and
yes,
you can see on the flag there is Hanuman symbol. Yes,
Hanuman symbol. Yes, ma'am.
What is the main reason why they won? Yes, Ranga Raj Prabhu got it right.
Because of
Krishna.
Lord
Krishna was
Dharma side.
Krishna was on their side. That is the real reason. Okay, that's the main reason. Yes, these are all secondary reasons, but Krishna was on their side. So, as Mataji said, there are 9 reasons. Okay, that's a brainstorm we had. So, the 9 reasons why the Pandavas won. First, it was Dharma Kshetra. So, Dharma Kshetra means it's where the Dharma will win. So, Pandavas were naturally on the Dharma side. Divine chariot was given by Agni Dev. No? So, the fire god gave this chariot. So that is one reason. Kapitvaja means you can see the flag had Hanuman symbol. So Hanuman helped Lord Ram for the battle with Ravan. Here again, it symbolifies his victory. Then Shankanatha, the Panchjanya and Devadatta were so powerful. The Shanka, the conch shell blew, that also helped them to win. And Gandiva, there was the bow and arrow of Arjuna called Gandiva. And Tyakta Jivita means people were ready to give their life for Arjuna and the Pandavas. They were also there. It was Mokshada Ekadashi on that day. Today is also Ekadashi. So Ekadashi is a special day for Krishna, and whoever fast on that day, take Upavas, they are blessed by the Lord. Pandavas naturally are devotees. They also took Ekadashi fasting, and definitely it favored, that day favored. You see this Muhurta and all sometimes, that's because it's a nice time. So Ekadashi Tithi is also a nice time. And Bhagya Lakshmi, definitely wherever there's Narayan, Lakshmi Devi will follow. So Swayam Krishna Bhagavan is here. So Lakshmi Devi was on their side. Rishikesha. What is the meaning of Rishikesha? Can you put in the chat? Yeah, that's Krishna, but what is the real meaning? Krishna means all attractive. Okay, Krishna have so many names: Gopala, Govinda, Madhava. So Rishikesha means what? Anyone know? No idea. Rishikesha. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Rishikesha. Lord Krishna, but what is the meaning? It's master of senses. Okay, Rishikesha means master of senses. All knowing, yeah, master of senses. So since Krishna was on Arjuna's side, that's the main reason why Arjuna won. Okay, so by the way, at the end of this chapter, you'll have quizzes. Okay, the admins will share the link and also post a video how to go to the Learn Dash and then do the quiz and everything. So once you do the quiz after every chapter, at the end of 18 days, the 18th chapter, you can download the free certificate of completing this 18 days course. So these might come as a answer question. So what are the 9 reasons why Pandavas won? Dharmakshetra, Divine Chariot, Kapitvacha, Shankanatha, Gandiva, Tyakta Jivita, Mokshada Ekadashi, Bhagya Lakshmi, and Rishikesha, Krishna was on their side. Okay, so there are different symptoms of Arjuna's body due to his soft-heartedness, compassionate nature. So what happened after he said to Krishna, Arjuna was the chariot driver. What is the name? I mean, Krishna. What is the name Krishna got by becoming the chariot driver of Arjuna? Krishna is called something, no? Because he became the chariot driver of Arjuna. Yes, Partha Sarathi. Partha is Arjuna and Sarathi means driver. But does that mean Krishna falls from his position? Sometimes your friends come home and you take them for a drive. They might sit behind. Does that mean you become their driver? No. Krishna is, because of love and affection, because Arjuna is the friend and devotee, he became so compassionate and he became their chariot driver. So these are the symptoms which Arjuna had. So what happened? Arjuna said, Krishna, Seneyorubayor madhye ratam stapayame chuta o achyuta. Krishna means infallible one, never falls from his position, never falls from his dealings with his devotees. That please put the chariot in between the two armies. Okay. Seneyorubayor madhye ratam stapayame chuta. Yes, Priyanka Mataji? You want to say something?
I just want to ask, why Lord Krishna just became a Sarthi only? Why not anything else?
No, that's because it's a Sarathi who actually decides where to keep the chariot, and he also wanted to advise Bhagavad Gita. Na? So he should be very close to Arjuna. If he comes in another chariot, they can't have this personal conversation. And nobody else could hear, only Arjuna should hear. Arjuna has the divine eyes, because when Krishna later on showed the universal form and all, only Arjuna could see it, Mataji. Okay, so
okay. Thank you, Mataji.
And also Krishna wants to prove that he can become even a driver for his devotee. No, for his Bhakta Valsala. He can do anything for his devotee. And later on we can see. And also he also want to give darshan to Bhishma Dev, who always standing opposite to him. And anyone who dies in the battlefield in the presence of Lord will get moksha. So that is also one reason why Krishna personally came in the battlefield, and he became the driver so that there can be a personal association with Arjuna and Bhagavad Gita can be spoken. So after going in between the two armies, Arjuna saw, he's a Margadarshi. So he saw his guru, Dronacharya, he saw Bhishma Dev, he saw his cousins, and Arjuna started having these symptoms. His limbs started quivering, he started shivering, his mouth was drying up, the whole body was trembling, and hairs were standing on end. So sometimes I assist my senior for a surgery. So at that time, when my senior used to hold the scalpel, he was a great surgeon. And in minutes, like in half an hour, the cesarean is done, and he used to be very great. But then later on, one of his relative came for the surgery, and I could see that day his hand was shivering. I mean, why? That the affection is there. No? Oh, my relative. Even though he's a doctor, he's a surgeon, but then I was feeling why this difference. Similarly, Arjuna have fought so many battles, but then when he came in front of his cousins and teachers, he started having all these symptoms, the whole body trembling, because that affection is there. No, that's right. So mouth started drying up, the hair started standing on end, hands, the Gandiva bow slipped, and the skin was burning, the legs were unable to stand, and his mind was reeling. So these are the symptoms of Arjuna's compassion, soft-heartedness towards them, because he's like, how can I kill all of them? So there are 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented. No, compassion means he was so merciful. He was like, how will I kill all of them, Krishna? They're my cousins. I grew up with them, even though they are in the adharma side. How do I do it? So there's compassion. No enjoyment. After killing all of them, how will I enjoy, Krishna? Because if you want to enjoy with your family and relatives. Now, once all the cousins are killed, how will he enjoy? He is saying. Then it is sin to kill your own teacher. No, Dronacharya is the one who taught him how to use the bow and arrow, and with the same bow and arrow, he's trying to kill his own teacher, Dronacharya. That's a greatest sin, he thought. And family traditions might be lost, because no women or children or older people came to the battlefield. Only men came, and they all will have a family back home. So if Arjuna kill all of them, the females are going to be widows, and there'll be Varna Shangara, mixing of the population, and this family tradition is going to get lost. No elders in the family or in a senior person in the family. And indecision, he don't know what to do. He's a Kshatriya, the duty of the Kshatriya is to fight. But now he's like confused. What should I do, Krishna? Why this happened to Arjuna? Arjuna is the greatest Kshatriya, right? Why this happened? This is Krishna's Yoga Maya playing. Krishna wants Arjuna to lament so that everything can move according to Krishna's plan. Krishna will smile towards the end after hearing all this, that he's like, oh, my plan is working now. So because Krishna wanted to advise Bhagavad Gita, not don't underestimate Arjuna. Arjuna is a great Kshatriya. Arjuna is lamenting because he is put under Yoga Maya. This is Krishna's plan so that Bhagavad Gita can be spoken to us. And Bhagavad Gita is not only for Arjuna, it's a life manual for us to apply it in our life. Okay, to apply it in life, to know why this human form of life is there. We are not born as a cat or a dog or anything. Why we got a human form? Why? Because we want to do the dharma. We can understand Shastra. We can try to go back to the to Godhead. We can try to end the cycle of birth, death, old age, disease, and do devotional service. Okay, so here Arjuna says, Arjuna uvaja drishtve Swajanam Krishna yuyutsum samupastitam siddhanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishosyati. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and the mouth is drying up. Now Arjuna don't want to fight. Nacha shreyo anupashyami hatva swajanamahave nakankshe vijayam Krishna nacha rajyam sukha. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. I really don't know, Krishna, what to do. No, papam eva shrayedasman hatvaitan atadaina Tasman naraha vayam hantum dartarashran swabhandavan swajanam hi katam hatva sukina shyama madhava. So what is Madhava means? Can you put in the chat? Krishna's another name. What is the meaning of Madhava? Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsman? The answer is already here. Madhava means husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Okay? Yeah, Lakshmi Pati, that's Madhava. Okay. So husband of Lakshmi Devi. Okay, so kulakshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanadhanaha dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo abhibhavyat bhavati uta. With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practice. So these are all reasons which Arjuna is giving. Arjuna is saying to Krishna, I can't fight because the whole dynasty is getting destroyed and there will be Varna Shankara. Please go and refer. We won't be going through the purports here. This book, Bhagavad Gita, as it is, have beautiful purports by Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta purports. Go through the slokas, go through the chapter and start reading. I'll put the link to order the books. I'll show what all books you'll get, the first level course material. Just for 600 rupees, you get everything together as a package. So please order it from ISKCON Mangaluru and go through the book. Then only you'll be able to answer the quizzes also. Nachaidat vimata karta katarango gariyo yadva jayema yadivano jayeyu yaneva hatva najajivishamas te avastita pramukhe dhartarashtra. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. The son of Dhritarashtra, whom if we kill, whom if we killed, we should not care to live, and now standing before us on this battlefield. Now he's asking, what should I do? Should I run off from here? He's a Kshatriya, he should fight. But he's asking, Krishna, I can't do this. I thought I can fight, but after seeing all of them, I really can't fight. So these are the 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented. This can come as a quiz question. Okay, so which can you relate to? There's compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family traditions, and indecisions, right? This happens to us also sometimes. There's compassion from us. Sometimes we feel, how can we enjoy without our family? Sometimes we think, are we doing the right thing or not? No, we'll be indecisive to take actions. So this is a book which I was speaking about. You'll get Bhagavad Gita as it is. You also will get Science of Self-Realization. Amazing book. This is a life-changing book. Okay, this is the first book I read when I came to Krishna consciousness. This book doesn't have anything to do with religion, about Krishna or anything. It's just about soul. Tomorrow we'll talk more about the second chapters about that. This is about what we are and what should we do in life. So science of self-realization, it's a Krishna consciousness is a science based on philosophy. And you also have perfect answer, perfect questions. So these 3 books you'll get along with Radha Govinda picture and with the Javamala and Java bags, the bead bag. So you'll put the link in the chat. Admins, can someone put in the chat? We conclude the chapter. So admins, can someone post in the chat the link to purchase the books, and also post in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so first 1.1 was Dhritarashtra's inquiry, then Duryodhana's fear, then we saw the blowing of the conch shells, then Arjuna started observing the army and Arjuna's reason not to fight. So first chapter we saw what was Arjuna's reason for not to fight, the 5 reasons, right? So can someone sum up the reason? The 5 reasons which Arjuna said not to fight. What was there? Compassion. Yeah.
Sin.
Yes.
Sin.
Yes. Sin. Then
no enjoyment.
Family traditions.
Family traditions.
Yes.
Indecision.
Indecisiveness.
Very good. So these were the 5 reasons for Arjuna. Now from tomorrow, Krishna is going to break these reasons, 5 reasons he's going to break with his arguments and philosophy. And Arjuna is at the end of the 18th chapter definitely ready to fight, and he wins. But then we'll see the Bhagavad Gita is all about this advice on these 5 questions. So it is said that Krishna is the first counselor and Arjuna is kind of depressed here and he counsels, and this counseling is for us to imbibe it in our life so that we also become successful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So any questions? We'll always have 1 hour class, and then after that we'll have some 10-15 minutes question answer session. You can either put in the chat or you can raise your digital hand. Okay. So this is 18 days course, and then in between we have Janmashtami. So we'll see what to do. We might, because all of you will be celebrating Janmashtami, and then start doing the quiz. Okay, once you start doing the quizzes, then at the end of 18 days you'll get a certificate. Then that will decide whether you have to go to the next level, level 2. Okay, and then these courses are all free in ISKCON Mangalore. You can go to our website and see. Okay. Yes, co-host, anyone can put the link in the chat. How to purchase the books, huh?
I'm looking for the link, Mataji. Otherwise, we'll post it in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. It will be in the group. Okay. Yeah. Anybody has a question? Mahabharat question. Can we focus on the chapter? Post the question which is taken today. Okay, this is the link. Okay, t.ly book 600. So if you click on this link which I posted now, you'll go to the website, the page where you can purchase our books offline. Yes, Deepti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Oh, what is indecision?
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Oh, that's your question. What is indecision? Means whether to fight or not. Now Arjuna is thinking, whether should I fight or should I just run off? So indecision, he's not able to take a right decision. Should I fight or not? Now that is meant by indecision. Now sometimes it happens like some kind of difficult situation comes in life and you're like, should I go or not? No, you are confused. You don't know what to do. If I go, these are the problems. Arjuna is like, if I fight, then there is sin. There is the family traditions will be lost. I have to kill all of my cousins. No enjoyment. All these. If I don't kill, if I run off from the battlefield, everybody is going to say, "Arey, Arjuna is a darpok. Arjuna is so covered that he is a kshatriya and he ran off from the battlefield." And if Arjuna run off, all his army people also will run off. No, if the captain run of the ship goes, then everyone just leaves. So that is one reason, and that's why indecision. Arjuna is like, should I fight or not? Okay, Mataji, I hope it's clear. That is meant by indecision.
Yes, thank you so much, Mataji.
Hi, Krishna. Okay, so co-host Anushri Mataji, you will be posting the quiz link now in the WhatsApp group, and just post a video also. Okay, Anushri Mataji, like how they can attend the quiz and how to go. Yeah. Yes, Vijayalakshmi Mataji, you can do it. Okay, you can also have online. You can read database.io. You can read all Prabhupada's books on online. But I prefer I request all of you to get a hard copy of this book, Bhagavad Gita, as it is. It's worth having. It's worth once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's worth having this book, because even after the 18 days course, you feel like reading to understand the concept of Bhagavad Gita clearly. And yes, it was written by translated by Srila Prabhupada. And Pankaj Prabhu was asking about his guru. His guru's name is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Okay, Bhakti Siddhanta. He was a lion guru, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That was the guru of Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji. Can you play the video, Anushri Mataji? I'll